It's a city divided by one of the most passionate rivalries in the English game.
This is pretty much what we play football for.
This weekend, it's as intense as ever.
The city comes to a standstill when the match is on, the whole city's watching it.
It's special for everybody who loves Everton. You know, there's only two games important for the Everton fans, and that's home against Liverpool and away against Liverpool.
A rivalry with plenty of previous.
So much history, you know, the fans here and the atmosphere.
There's no fence to sit on, you're either red or blue.
When you're playing a derby, nothing is better than beating Everton.
Both sets of supporters are really, really buzzing.
First tackle in any Merseyside derby is going to get the crowd right behind you.
It just rocks the whole of Liverpool, and for us as players, especially at Everton, we take it very personally.
And no derby has mattered as much to the current teams as this one, with a cup final place at stake.
I think with it not just being a derby, being such a big prize to get to the final, you know, to have the whole of Liverpool at Wembley is going to be so special.
For the culture and for the city, it's massive, and I think on the day when the derby days are coming, they're probably the first fixtures that we both look out for of when we're playing against the Blues or they're playing against the Reds.
I play a big game in Holland a few times, the Ajax finals, Feyenoord Ajax, and you know, games like this against Liverpool are massive.
I've got my Uncle Ray and my Uncle Ian who are both Blues, and they're a bit of Blues. As I say, every time they're playing, or we win or they lose, or they win and we lose, it's always a message comes straight through to let me know how they've got on and if they're playing well or whatever, and I think it'll be exactly the same come next week.
One brother's a blue, one's a red, then the uncles are red, the aunties are blue, you know, and it's sort of like, it's hard to explain because it does bring them together.
At Wembley, they've met twice in the FA Cup final. In 1986, Ian Rush won it with 2 second-half goals.
As a kid, you know, you dreamed about scoring the winning goal in the FA Cup final. Obviously, I supported Everton, and it was different for me in '86 because it was against Everton, you know, and it was the first Merseyside final, FA Cup final to be played, and so for me it was incredible atmosphere.
When you look round, for us, the blue and white in the stadium was absolutely magnificent. They got into the ground no matter what. You know, there's things that stick out in your mind that, you know, people who made that much effort to get in the ground, obviously they deserve something.
It was brilliant, you know, going down Wembley Way in the bus and seeing all the fans there and the atmosphere, you know, and as you're getting closer and closer to Wembley and you can see the crowds building up, it was amazing. It was a game we should have won. We went ahead, Gary Lineker scored the goal, and, you know, I think even the staunchest Liverpool fan would say that, you know, for the first half especially, Liverpool were fortunate to be still in the game. They were so much on top, but Liverpool went on to win the thing, so that was really, really disappointing.
I was lucky enough to play in a good side for Liverpool to get the chances to score against Everton.
Unfortunately with Wembley, there's no place to hide, is there? Once you lose, you don't really want to go and pick your medal up. You don't really want to be on the pitch, you just want to walk off.
Another Rush brace helped Liverpool beat the Toffees again in 1989. A poignant meeting between the sides as the city united following the tragedy at Hillsborough. By then, Kenny Dalglish had retired to concentrate on management. Now in his second tenure at the club, Dalglish has already guided the Reds to League Cup success, but a slump in league form has increased the pressure on him to deliver a cup double.
Right from the start of the season, he put the point across the cup games and the cup competitions were going to be massive for this club, and as I say, we've been lucky enough to get our hands onto the Carling Cup, which was a massive confidence boost for all the lads, and I think now going into the FA Cup again, every game it's been a massive game.
I respect the team and I respect the manager, so it doesn't affect us what Liverpool do. I think that's the biggest thing as a footballer, is not to look at what others, is to just concentrate on ourselves, and that's with the utmost respect as possible.
In sharp contrast, on the blue side of the divide, David Moyes' team have again surged up the table during the second half of the season.
You know, sometimes with teams it takes time to start the season, but for us we've got such a small squad. I think we went back to basics, you know, and